Hello, hello. Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. How's everybody doing? I know it's been a couple of days since I uploaded a video. I've been on vacation with my family and just got back in town, so I wanted to get right back to it. This is my review for episode 2 of X-Men 97. And this picks up right where episode 1 left off. As a matter of fact, I think it takes it to another level. This is just a great show so far, man. One thing I'm loving, I guess, just the storytelling. That's one thing for me. Like I said, I collect comic books and, been looking at these cartoons since I was a little kid, and I think the main thing that always stuck out to me is just the storytelling. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what makes these characters last for, generations. And the X-Men's been around since the 60s. And when you put forth great storytelling, this is what you get. This is what your product, gets, and this is what the fans receive. I mean, this is a great episode. Mainly focuses on the trial of Magneto. He's brought in front of the, United States, pretty much the courts because, being looked at as a mutant terrorist and things he's done in the past. And I think one of the things continuing on from the episode, the end of episode 1, we see that Xavier's wish was for Magneto to take over the X-Men, which Cyclops and him butt heads because Cyclops naturally is the leader of the team. And so since Xavier's gone, of course he thought it was his role to step in, but now we see that Magneto comes into play. Now it was Xavier's wishes for Magneto to take over. So, yeah, man, that was, the emotional beats in this show so far is absolutely stellar. I mean, I think I said it in the first my first review was that the X-Men's, one of the things I love about the X-Men mainly is the family dynamic because they are mutants, but they're different from each other, their personalities. But now that you throw Magneto into play, somebody who's their main foe as the head, now you got a whole different dynamic, But anyway, not to jump too far ahead, sticking with the trial of Magneto, he's brought in front of the the United States and everything. But we see that there's, of course, the humans are upset that, hey, why are you even bringing this guy to trial? Take him out. We already know who he is. So now Executioner comes into play, and Executioner, he comes in and we see him tussle with the X-Men as they're trying to fight off the mob from coming into the court. And really cool scene, man. I mean, he fights all of them, and he's handling them by himself. And we see Morph come in. I thought this was a really cool scene. Morph switches from Colossus to Psylocke as he's fighting. I mean, just a little fan moment, which I thought was very cool. Very good. And as he goes in for Magneto, he goes in for that kill shot. And his weapon that he shoots actually has the power. It's like the collars that they put on the mutants, but at the same time, this one has the ability to actually affect the mutants on a cellular level, which can, take away their powers permanently. So as he goes in for the kill shot, we see one of the X-Men, who to me is the mother of the team and one of the best ones out of the team, period. Storm jumps in and takes that hit for Magneto, that selfless act that she took, in which Magneto was getting hot, and I think part of me was like, man, forget it, just do what you gotta do. But, as going back to that storytelling, you see the growth of Magneto being like, if this was Magneto of old, man, he would have took these people out, but he stops it, man, this is Charles' wishes, I'm a changed man. So, really, really good episode, man. Very good episode all around. Another thing that stuck out was, as we're seeing, as the X-Men were there at the U.S. courts, Wolverine and Jean were still at the home. So the Xavier mansion. And as, they're there watching the TV, she's about to give birth. So, just a really fun moment, a really light moment in which Wolverine has to, drive in a Jeep, take her across the city, wherever, just to get to the hospital. As she gets to the hospital, another moment that really stuck out to me is the fact that they said, we don't do mutant births, we don't deliver mutants. So I was like, oh, wow. So at that point, Cyclops and Rogue come into play. And, Rogue with her powers touches the doctor and, which they're able to deliver the baby, who we all know, Cyclops and Jean are the mother of, Cable. So we see Nathan Summers come into play. So, I mean, all around, man, it's a great episode. But going back to those emotional beats, because Storm loses her powers, we see her leave the team at the end. But she wrote a letter to Jean in which Jean read it to the team. It was really sad, man. But again, I think this is what makes the X-Men such a great show. And I think I'm loving this series so far. Again, so far, I'm loving this all around. I think I said 9 out of 10 on my first review. Dang, bro, this was good. This was very, very good. I'm going to have to probably go 10 out of 10 on this one. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the series is going with. I'm loving this so far. Yeah, I know a 10 out of 10 is a perfect, but I mean, I really couldn't find nothing wrong with this episode. And I'm not saying I'm a harsh critic, but at the same time, I'm fair. I'm a fair person. I'm fair in my reviews. But there was nothing I could see in this episode. I'm like, oh man, I really didn't like that. At the end, there was another another moment, I was like, oh shoot, you know, Morph says, oh, Storm's going to come back to this game. Don't worry about it. So as the doorbell rings, we see somebody come to the door, but it's a Jean. You know, Jean is there, but Jean is behind Scott. So it makes you think like, oh man, where's it going? Again, just the cliffhangers in this series so far has really been amazing. Yeah, so definitely look forward to my reviews for episodes 3, 4, and 5 coming out very soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much. If you leave a comment, please be respectful in the comment section. And I also will respond to comments, you know, that are being left. Hope you guys have a blessed day and talk to you soon.